Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Dr. Diane Sanchez, and I am going to be doing session 2, which is relationship management competencies for your early HR professional career. We're going to discuss relevant management competency for the job of the HR professional, identify subcompetencies in relationship management competency, analyze the role of relationship management competencies in helping HR address real-world issues, and demonstrate the ability to apply relationship competency in various contexts. So, what is relationship management? It's the ability to manage interactions, to provide service, and to provide support to the organization. And the job success for the HR professional is largely a function of your ability to maintain productive interpersonal relationships and to help others do the same. So I have to tell you, this is probably one of the most important, and I'll probably say that in each session, one of the most important competencies, because this lays the foundation and your reputation as a professional in the HR function. If people don't have a relationship with you, they will not go to you when they need help. So, when I discuss the technical skills, compensation and benefits, recruiting, talent management, training and development, employment relations, all of that is our functional job. Relationship management is everything we have to do in that function. It's how we do it. So examples would be establishing effective relationships with your supervisor, being aware how your behavior affects others, continuously demonstrate to your clients and stakeholders that you support their business needs, help peers to solve problems, empathize with subordinates when they experience personal or professional setbacks, encourage others to treat each other with respect and understanding, and resolve conflicts between two or more in a fair and meaningful way. All right, so each competency has sub-competencies, and those are business networking. I'm going to go over visibility, customer service, people management, advocacy, negotiation and conflict management, credibility, community relations, transparency, proactivity, responsiveness, mentorship, influence, employee engagement, teamwork, and mutual respect. Let's dive deeper. So, let's take the middle one. Building trust and respect is part of the competency that you need, reputation. And how you do that is transparency, proactivity, responsiveness, customer service, teamwork, mutual respect, credibility, and advocacy. So that's how those focus areas are connected. And that just gives you an example. I'll dive deeper into it. So, what are the behaviors? Establishing credibility in all interactions. I cannot tell you how much this is important to your career. If people and your peers and employees do not find you credible, they will not go to you. If you don't maintain that or create that, then you will not have a relationship with everybody. Treating all stakeholders with dignity and respect. And that is, again, extremely important. But you have to maintain your dignity and respect as well. You cannot be joking with other individuals. You have to make sure that in meetings people are conducting themselves appropriately. And if somebody is not, you need to professionally say, please stop. That's inappropriate. Building engaged relationships with all organizational stakeholders through trust, teamwork, and direct communication. Demonstrate approachability and openness. And I'm going to tell you that this was one of my weaknesses in my early career. I had a certain arrogance about me when I worked for Coca-Cola, and I was not approachable and open. And that really hurt my career because I stopped getting promoted. And then therefore went to PepsiCo and realized that this was one of the opportunities I needed to learn, and became more humble and open with my approachability. Assuring alignment with HR when delivering services and information to the organization. So if you have HR expertise groups, centers of excellence, they need to know what they are going to deliver to the customer. So if you're the generalist, you and the specialist need to be on the same page so that you're not giving different information to your organization and delivering different services. Providing customer service to organizational stakeholders. When I was the vice president of Boeing, we did a human resources customer service survey every year. And that asked about our credibility, our relationships, our business acumen, our organizational effectiveness, our team building. It was very good for our HR department, and I had an HR department of over 800, that we all got a report card, and that survey was our report card. How we could improve our customer service, because human resources is a customer service organization. Promote successful relationships, trying to go and reach out to other departments, making sure that they understand what our function does, understand that we are there to help their business, help them manage external relationships and internal relationships, that it's best for all parties. Champion that organizational effectiveness benefits all stakeholders. If we have organizational effectiveness, we will have better performance. And sometimes our managers don't understand that. And it's our job as HR professionals to get a relationship with them and explain that relationship management or organizational effectiveness really results in performance. We serve as an advocate. We serve as an advocate both to management and to our employees. And sometimes our employees do not see us as their advocate. They see us as just a management advocate. So you need to be really clear about, are you a management advocate, or are you an employee advocate, or can you do both? Foster effective team building among stakeholders. This is our departments working together. Are they able to talk to each other? If they're not, HR needs to facilitate a team building that says, look, we need to work together. I need you, you need me. Let's try to work together so that we get things done. And sometimes HR has that difficulty with finance. And so that's usually the recommendation I make first, is try to have a relationship with your finance department so that they can help you understand the numbers, and they understand the importance of people. Demonstrate the ability to build a network of contacts and in the community. That can be any community advocate, leaders, it can be our vendors, It can be recruits, schools, all of that is important for us to build a network of contacts, both internally and externally. So ways to develop our relationship management skills: become a mentor or a coach, attend networking events. SHRM locally has networking events. Become active. You can become a SHRM board of directors, individuals in your city. You can be involved in other organizations like training and development. There's compensation and benefits organizations. Volunteer to work closely with your clients. Seek out opportunities to practice active listening techniques, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in communications. Volunteer to work on cross-functional project or team. If you're implementing new technology across the organization, get on that team so that people know that you are a team player. If you are working on a risk management program or a safety program across your department, across your company, get on that team. And develop a new training program or team activity. I know many of you get requests, oh, we need a communications class. Well, develop it. If you don't have a training or development department, develop your own. There's plenty of resources out there, and in fact, SHRM has their own communications training program out there on their web. So it's already built for you. It's a toolkit that's important. All right, participate in company retreats. First, you got to get asked. And the way you get asked to those retreats is to have a very good relationship, not only with your peer group, but with directors and vice presidents. Don't be afraid to go and talk to them. Assist in conflict management. That's going to be really important for you all to do because there's so much conflict in organizations. Most of my HR generalists at Boeing were trying to resolve conflicts between engineering and finance, quality control and safety. So that was how we were able to help conflicts between departments. And of course, familiarize yourself with various styles of conflict. Offer empathy and concern when colleagues are needing support. I shared I was not approachable, and therefore I did not come across as empathetic. And that really did my employees a disservice, and it did me a disservice. So show your empathy when you can, and find ways that can help your employees when they're in need. Find opportunities to provide a positive mental attitude. I know there's a lot of individuals that say, oh, HR is just the cheerleader. Well, sometimes we need to be, because there's a lot of negativity in companies, and that can really drag down our employees and our managers. Build trust and honesty and consistency. Consistency's important. If you flip-flop your opinion, you will lose relationships. And so that's extremely important. And I did that early in my career. I was negotiating a contract with the Teamsters, and I flip-flopped my position. And I could tell that I lost respect from not only the union, but from my company leaders. So watch that consistency. Foster respectful and considerate environments, and ask for feedback. So when I was at Boeing, I worked for Alan Mullally, and our performance reviews were 360 feedback. So he gave me his feedback, and after Boeing, he became the CEO at Ford, and he got Ford out of their slump. And I have to say he was the best boss I ever had. And my peers. So it was vice president of engineering, vice president of quality, vice president of finance, vice president of the 737, vice president of the 747, and then all of my direct reports, and I had 12. And it is a humbling experience but I was able to get feedback, and I thanked them. And Mr. Mullally also asked me to share my performance feedback with everyone, and so I did so. And again, it helped me to find ways to become a better HR executive. So let's talk about the competency. Research has shown that relationships have the following benefits: improved feeling of belonging, greater job satisfaction, increased performance, more team cohesion, positive work environment, organizational commitment, organizational support, increased salary, more promotions, greater career mobility, more involvement, enhanced performance, and increased perception of fit. And I think these are all things I learned in my 35 years of human resources, because the promotions kept coming once I stopped isolating myself and went out and had relationships outside of HR. So, what do we need to do? We need to deploy to specific business units. We need to act as liaisons. We need to apply our HR skills. Get to know the clients and their needs. That's business acumen. Perform triage on requests for HR services. I know you all will get barraged with requests. You all can't do everything. So you need to be able to prioritize what services you're going to give. And those services should be tied to the strategic plan. Often you'll have matrix reporting to HR and to the business units. So like I said at Boeing, I reported to the CEO of the airplane division, but I also had a direct reporting relationship to the executive vice president of human resources for all of Boeing. And matrix reporting works, but it can be a struggle because you are trying to fit the business needs and maintain relationships with the business and try to have a relationship with your human resources function. So that can be a challenge. Provide consultation and use all of your HR competencies to be successful. I thank you for listening to this webcast. I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to talking to you or emailing with each of you again.